Here it is, Lifetime Achievement Award. This thing is heavy.
It's heavy. It's
Who's
real.
carrying this for you?
Yes, hey, I'm putting it in a box.
Let me see if I can lift it up.
It's really heavy.
Goodness. I don't want to put my back out. Let me put it back down.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God. Did you expect this when you got the call from BET that this was going to be your honor?
Well, I got a call from a very, very good friend, and he wanted to do it, and that is Ron Weisner.
Mm-hmm.
Ron used to be my manager, and we've been friends from early Buddha, late Motown days, you know, and that was in the 60s. So you can kind of tell how long we've been shaking hands, you know. But, you know, we come from a different school. And he said, it's time for you. I said, oh, Ron, you know. And he called me one day and he said, we're doing it. I said, really? He said,
wow.
Yeah. And I just kind of waited and went on with whatever I was doing. And here we are.
As fantastic as you are, and a lifetime achievement, so well deserved. You're always so humble and so kind and so sweet.
Thank you.
You really are. Where's the whole diva thing? How come you never got into that in your career?
I don't know. It was my mom. You know, when I've been singing since I was 4, and they say in your children's lives, that's when they form their personalities or, you know, what they're going to be about. And from day one, my mom has always told me that it's a gift, even though I didn't understand it then. You know, she was always straight with the truth. She said it's a gift, okay? You're to use it, but not to, you know, go anywhere with it. And if it was anywhere looking like it was going to be that, it was like, you know. So I just kind of grew up like that, and it was the love of people that kept me humble.
You work it. I mean, you're doing your thing in Vegas, and now here before the BET Award Show audience. How did it feel being out there with that audience? It's like coming home.
It was awesome. I mean,
standing ovation.
You know, I could look around and I could see these people that I knew.
Oh, here it is. This is when you're going up. You can look around and what? No, keep going.
I could look around and see these people that I knew. You know, and you know, it was just awesome. You know, I'm so proud of Alicia.
Yeah. She talked about the two of you collaborating on something in the future. She's a big fan of your work.
Yeah, but, you know, I've been watching her since the very beginning. I remember the night that she debuted with Clyde. I did a special, his party.
Right.
And I did a special night for him that night, and she debuted that night. And we met in the hall, and I watched her that night, and I said, now, this is a young lady. Wait a minute. It's different. This is a young lady. Okay, that can make a difference here, you know. And I just been watching her, and then she wanted to get hip hop for a while, and all that's good,
right?
Okay, but we need some to stay here for a minute, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to her about it backstage, you know, and I'm glad to see that she's hanging in there with that.
Taking it back there, you must be proud of the Alicia Keys and the John Legends, the true musicians that are out there, you know, keeping that R&B out there.
You know,
something that, you know.
That plain gift.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that plain gift. Just lay it out there, you know, and let it touch somebody.
Well, it's got to be special for you to be here as BET celebrates its 25th anniversary.
How about that?
You know,
I remember when they started too. You know, I just, you know, I just watch all of these wonderful things happen. You know,
so everything's going great in Vegas. I mean, are you extending that? I mean, it's the best show in Vegas. Everyone's saying that. I mean, and you can't even be modest about it. It is. I mean, you can't.
Well, you know, I was, again, we had a blessing because it's the first time really, and I'm not taking anything away from our pioneer brothers and sisters, like Sammy and Ella and Sarah and, you know, all of those people that came before us that could not even live on the Strip, you know, and the times that they spent here, you know, they spent a little time here and a little time there, but to be consistently on the Strip, in the heart of the Strip, for 5 years running has never been done by an African-American artist.
Wow.
And they allowed us to come and do that. You know, I mean, hey, it is business. As long as we bring in the seat, you know, that's what it was about. But I don't think that they were expecting it to become the #1 show in Vegas. I mean, I felt good about what we were doing, but I didn't know that it was going to take on the, you know, the metal that it did.
Yeah.
And I was very, very pleased about it. And we've held that A rating since the first 6 months after we opened, you know, because they say, well, they'll be all right, but not #1. You know, and the people that we were in company with was just awesome. All the Cirque shows, you know, the Blue Man Group, everything that was in Vegas, you know, we sat at the top, and I just have to look up.
Thank God.
You know,
Yeah.
you never know.
Well, I have to ask you because you helped bring he and his brothers into the fold at Motown, and Michael Jackson, everything that's been going on with him, your reaction to the verdict, everything that he's been going through lately.
It's been hard for me to watch. Okay.
Why?
Because I knew them when. I've been knowing Michael since his legs wouldn't hang off that sofa. You know, it just wouldn't hang off the sofa. He was that little. And I watched him grow into his music, which he just absolutely loved. Then I watched him retreat, you know, and become an introvert. And I watched a whole lot of things about Michael. And then I watched him find his music again, and it became his life. And we sucked him dry. Everything that he was worth, you know, that music that touched us and made us move and said, wow, he is awesome. How do you do that? How do you move the body like that? You know, we sucked him dry, okay? But not realizing that he didn't have a life. Where could Micah go? You know, where could he go? We used to sit in the office. We had the same manager. He would just say, young man never been to a baseball game. We don't take these questions and lay them out on the table when people are in trouble. Now, I'm not trying to do a verdict here, guilty or not guilty. I wasn't there, okay? But I'm just saying, as a people, we have a responsibility, too, to look past certain things rather than take. You know, if he has a problem, then let's see about helping, that kind of thing, and not just saying, oh, I hope he go to jail. You know?
Right. I hear you.
So that's what I'm saying, you know, as far as our young people today, that, hey, we haven't given them much
Well, hopefully
to go on.
Hopefully he'll be watching this, and I think that
You know, I
maybe
talked
some
to him
more
a couple
spirit.
of times, you know, doing that, and he's really sick. I don't know why they don't bring that out. You know, that physically, it's not an act. You know?
With
He
the
has to
back
be-
problems and going to the hospital, he's had a lot of problems.
He's
physically.
really sick.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not me to make that announcement.
Yeah.
You know, but for me to do that, you know, that's for his family to do that. But
Well, he's
you know.
lucky to have you.
so, you know, and I just pray for him all the time.
All right. Well, Miss Gladys Knight, congratulations on your big night.
Hey,
Thank you for stopping and honoring us with your presence.
it's been my pleasure. I don't know what to do with myself tonight.
Oh,
I just don't.
don't leave.
Can't say I'm speechless because I've been running it ain't.
Thank you, Gladys.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be right back.